introduce yourself. Tell us not just your name, just give us just a bit about you.
All right, my name is Oluwaseun Farinre. I'm currently the CEO of the Design at Torilo Nigeria. Just a bit about me. Let me see. I like exercise a lot. I take a walk. I take walks. I like taking walks, and I love nature.
Can we know more about what you do at Torilo and what a typical day is like for you?
Well, I'm the CEO at the Design Torilo Nigeria. What I do really has to deal with ensuring that the day-to-day activities of the business is, it goes as planned, and then ensuring that people are as motivated as it's required, and resources are well utilized to ensure that the growth of the company is sustained, and then as we look forward to the next level of growth.
So, what keeps you going every day?
Many things actually, but most important of them all is the joy of waking up to a new day, new opportunities, and new things to explore.
So, to the business questions now. Would you consider Torilo a tech startup? And if you do, why?
Well, yes, Torilo is a tech startup. Not just on beyond funds, beyond number of employees. Torilo is a tech startup because there's a lot of resources being pulled to try and do as much as possible within a defined period of time. Also, the people are all involved. Everybody's hands-on, getting one or two done, right? So, yes, we are a tech startup.
There is currently so much hype around tech startups in Nigeria. Do you think this opinion is necessary or is it just overhyped?
Well, I think it is. The hype is very, very much necessary. One of the things that you look forward to if you, as a country or as a region, basically one of the things that encourages foreign direct investments would be the ease of doing business and, the sense of viability of investing in that particular region. So yes, the hype basically puts Nigeria in the map globally. It drives attention and is now left to the investor or whoever it is that's coming in to then do further research. So yeah, the hype is necessary. I don't think so. I don't think it's overhyped. I also think that if you look at it internally, beyond the fact that it shows potential, internally actually as well, Nigeria has the resource, it has the opportunities. Beyond the ease of doing business, the opportunities are there. There are so many things that could happen, the population and the talent, right? So yes.
So in your experience as CEO, as a designer, what would you say has been the most challenging part of working with a tech startup?
Well, someone once told me a while back that one of the toughest things you can do after getting married is managing people. And why marriage is probably toughest one is because, again, you can't throw your wife away. Right. So people management is top on the list. The people drive growth for the company. The people ensure that the company achieves its goal. No matter how talented or resourceful you are as a person, you can, as a company grows, you need more people to drive it for more growth. So yes, people management.
Okay. So in this next phase, you're going to be stating if these ideas are facts or they are myths. So the first one, anybody with an idea can tag themselves with the founder label. Is that a fact or a myth?
Okay, so I'll give answers to them with a little bit of explanation.
Okay.
It's a myth. Everybody has an idea. If that's the case, then even the average Nigerian on the road is a founder.
Founder?
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's not. It's not because it goes beyond that. Execution is needed. Proper planning. There are just several things that come with being a founder beyond the beautiful outlook of it.
Okay. So the next one, once you have an idea, you have to quickly build and go to market before someone steals it. Is that a fact or a myth?
Well, that can be a fact. It can also be a myth. Permit me to be a bit in between in there. It's a fact because if you don't act as fast as possible, if you are located in a region where the ecosystem is, there's rapid growth, rapid change, then one, your problem might no longer be valid, your solution might not be valid again. So you need to validate your problem as soon as possible and then execute. However, the other part where it could be an advantage for you if you slow down is you then might get to learn from the market. So if you have a competitor, say he goes ahead to launch before you, you can learn from their mistakes, learn from their errors. Definitely, nobody can implement an idea the exact way you want. That's one thing I'm always very sure of. You all might have the same ideas, but the mode of implementation might be slightly different. So if you learn from there, then definitely you can scale. So really, I would say it's dependent on the market you are in. Yeah, so.
There is really no new idea out there. Is that a fact or a myth?
I think it's a fact. Just like the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. This is a huge fact. However, the only thing that is new is how people get those things done. But the end result is always mostly the same thing. Yeah. Human problems are, they're universal across.
So the next one, you have to work a lot, never sleep, and feel miserable. Is that a fact or a myth?
It's a huge myth. You are allowed to enjoy your business. People don't have to feel unhealthy or work themselves out or wear out before you actually know that you're running a business successfully. However, at the initial stages, it can get really demanding. But as you progress, you build a system that you can then start plugging or removing things from. And then at that point in time, it's not like it gets any easier, but you just understand the business better, and then you know how to allocate time to rest, to eat, and to catch up with friends. So yes, it's a myth.
Okay. You can't make money until you become big. Is that a fact or a myth?
It's a huge myth. I have a favorite quote I always like using whenever I engage with people on matters like this. It said, it goes in a very funny way. It said, there are no big shots, only small shots who keep shooting. Basically, what it means is first you have to start somewhere, and for those people that you've actually seen there, they've been consistent over time, right? They've been consistent over time, and that's been what has brought them so far to where they are right now. So you don't have to be big to make it, man. Yeah.
You need to focus on hiring the best people. Is that a fact or a myth?
I'm a bit in between there as well. Yes. So, because, great talents are good to drive businesses, but you need to also focus on how to manage those talents. You can have the best talents and still not know how to manage them, and that can frustrate them, and you then have them exiting the company so fast. So, it depends on where you are as a company. It depends on where you are as a company. Some, you might want to hire them at their early stages and then groom them to where they are trusted enough to run the business, depending on where you are. While if you can afford it, just hire very good talents, but just ensure that you have good systems in place to manage them properly.
Okay, so the next one says, you will be successful in a startup because you don't know enough about business.
Man, startup itself is a school. Right, so startup itself is a school. So you can be successful if you understand your problem correctly and you understand the idea correctly. If you have basic knowledge of how to manage a business, then I think over time you just need to be aware, and you need to be very focused and attentive. Actually, attention to detail has to be top notch. And then you just keep learning and keep learning. However, there's need for that foundational knowledge. You can't just jump into it. But one of the core requirements would be that you really, really understand the problem that you're trying to solve. I think that will drive you faster than just knowing all the business ideas or methodologies that have to go on.
You won't be successful in a startup because your company is not the first to develop a particular type of product or service.
That's a myth. There are many cases that we've seen. Before Asana, there's been many, products out there, and there will be many after Asana. And Asana has been successful. It's still successful. We can look at the case of Figma. Before Figma, we had XD, we had InVision, and we can say that Figma is currently one of the most successful companies right now in the design and collaboration sphere. So no, to meet. You definitely will get successful as long as you know what you're doing and you're solving it correctly.
If you were given the opportunity to do something else, what would it be?
Probably be a what we call carpenter, but I have this obsession for furnitures. Yeah, I have this obsession for wood. I like creating things with wood. I have lots of screenshots of them, like dining tables and all. So yeah, probably a carpenter. I'll probably even still want to dabble into it later in the future once I have time.
That's interesting. Okay, so this next phase, I'm going to ask you a question. And if you don't get it right, you're going to tell us a secret about you. And if you get it, you're going to give us your favorite business mantra that keeps you going. So what has keys but no locks? Space, no room. You can enter, but you can't go inside.
As a tech guy that I am, the answer is definitely keyboard.
You got it. So now you're going to tell us your business mantra that keeps you going.
Stay humble, stay hungry. That's it.